Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second season of Tell Me Dad. In this season, we will be asking my dad all questions that we have about life. These can be questions about career, personal development, or relationships, or whatever we can think of. So if you're interested in what my dad has to share this time, then stay tuned. Hello, Dad.
Hi, Sam. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Okay. How is Dublin doing? Is it great
Dublin is
town?
great.
Nice town? Good.
Yeah,
Good.
definitely.
All right. Okay.
I mean, it's a
Well,
pretty
in
big
a couple
city.
of in a couple of weeks, Mom and I we're going to stop by, and you can give us a tour.
Oh,
And
definitely.
by that time, it's about 6 weeks from now. By that time, I think you have collected a lot of information, and you have found best restaurants near your place or near our hotel. Let's put that.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Okay,
Definitely. I have some
good.
ideas.
All right. Okay. Tell me, what are you up to today?
Yeah, well, look, last time we talked about family again, so I
Yeah.
thought we might switch it around for today and again talk a little bit more about career. Question I have for you today is what do you wish you knew about money when you were younger?
What did I know about money?
No, what do you wish you knew about money when you were younger? That you know now, but you didn't know when you were young.
Yeah. It's a difficult question because at that time I I didn't really know what I wanted to know, because
Yeah.
I mean, at that time when I was younger, when I told you once that story when I was 14 years old, and I went through town with a friend of mine collecting
Yes.
paper and reselling it and all that crap. Um, that was a very important experience for me because I earned money.
Yeah.
I didn't just get money; I earned money.
Yeah.
And it was a very important experience because it taught me that you don't get anything for free. If you want to have something, you got to work for it. And uh, from that time, actually, I it had a big impact to my life because um, it actually created inside my head this salesman thinking.
Yeah.
I was uh, I was buying comics at,
Yeah.
let's say, 5 cents a piece, and I resold them for like 20 cents a piece.
Yeah.
And you see, money at that time, money was already important for me. And well, what I should have known at that time was that it is not that easy that you work and you get some money and life is great and so on. You see, when you get into a position, you start earning money, you should think wisely. You should always put some money in a piggy bank, or when it's getting more and more, maybe into a special account to earn some interest. This will give you some benefits at the later date when you get older. At when you are young, it's just making money, spending money, and that's it. But when you get into age when you start family and you have to manage your money,
Yeah.
that's a totally different story. It's not just spending and tomorrow you make some new money. I mean, managing money is a different story because um, you earn money, but at the same time you have to pay for rent, you have to pay for energy, for this and that, and what have you. And when you are young and you don't watch it, you might get into a situation where money is kind of short, and then
Yeah.
you learn even that if you don't have a chance to make money, you have to go to people that have money,
Yeah.
like the bank,
The bank.
and you learn that if they give you the money as a loan,
Mm-hmm.
you have to pay interest for that.
Yeah.
And
It's not for free.
um, it's not for free. And the more desperate you are, and these people, they're going to notice that immediately. The more desperate you are, the more interest you have to pay. And another thing you're going to learn when you get older is that some spendings that you have require huge amounts of money that you don't just earn
Yeah.
by working. Or you have to go to banks and you have to learn that you have to compare loans. For a house, for instance, you are talking about like 200,000, $300,000, and you learn how to deal with these people. And this is quite a process. And I must say, um, the experience from my younger days when I was 14, 15, 16 years old, um, it helped me quite a bit. But anyway, um, uh,
Do you think it
you
helped you as well when you then were starting a company?
well, it helped in a way that you are not afraid to
Yeah.
to borrow money. You see, a
Yeah.
lot of people they say, "Well, I only buy something when I have the money in my pocket to pay for it."
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the good old German attitude. The good old
Yeah.
German. My mom was that way. She
Yeah.
only bought something when she had the money for it. Period.
Yeah.
There was no loan or this or that. No, she didn't do that. Um, I learned in my younger days that you have to manage money, and you lose kind of the fear to borrow money. I mean, when I started that company, that is a good example. When I started my company, um, I just went through a divorce. I was kind of broke because I lost my house, I lost my car, I lost everything, and I
Yeah.
had to start from scratch. But the concept that I had, how to create a company and a good product that was apparently so impressive to the banks that they gave me a loan of about 800,000 Deutschmarks, uh, which was equivalent to about $500,000 at that time. And I didn't really have some kind of security to put against.
Yeah.
It was just the idea, and that's not very common in Germany, that a bank would give you money without you putting a house against it, or I don't know what, some land, some value.
Yeah.
And uh, I mean, if that would have failed, that idea, and I could have not paid the money back, I mean, the alternative would be to become a clochard in
Yeah.
Paris under a bridge,
Yeah.
So, well, but you have to lose that fear. Money is, in my opinion, and I learned that at a very early stage. Money is a tool. Is
Yeah.
a tool that helps you to create a good life. Some people are really good at that, and some people they just don't get it. They are afraid to get a loan. They are afraid to spend money because then the pocket is empty again. And I mean, but if you learn at an early stage to manage your money, I think it helps you to create a quality life. And at that time when I started the company, it was it was important, that I did not have the fear to ask the bank for a loan like that. But even later on, when you become a managing director or a CEO, and you deal with millions of dollars, and that's not even your money,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
other people's money.
yeah,
Um, it is so important because what do you want to do when you can get a big order, but you don't have the money to kind of work that order through, to buy the material, to pay the people, and all that. When you need about 2 million to get that $5 million order started. So in that case, you just have to go to banks. You have to convince them. You have to deal with. You have to manage your money and. But you always have to watch that there is still a certain amount of liquidity left
yeah,
to pay for your the current invoices, because if you can have a lot of big purchase orders in your books, if you don't have the money to pay your people, you are broke. So
yeah.
that's it. So
And
uh,
how exactly
that
did you lose that fear of being afraid to ask for money, or in general of dealing with such large amounts of money that are not even yours? So was there a moment
well
when you didn't have that fear anymore? How did it work?
this question is actually very easy to answer, because success takes that fear away. If
It's
you
okay.
if you
Okay.
borrow money and you invest it, I mean, if you borrow money, you are basic. I mean, you own money to banks or people or whatever. It's if you have that fear, how can I pay it back, and what happens if I fail? And you see, this is not really helping you in the long run. You have to think positive. You have to think about the the success that you're going to create with that money. That
Yeah.
means, if you, as a company, if you um, borrow money and you put it into a big order that you just received, the success will be when you deliver that order to your customer and he comes up with the final payment of like 2 3 million,
Yeah.
and your company is in great shape, and everybody's happy. But even in private life, um, when you are a young person or young family and you pay a lot of rent every month, um, I mean, rent is rent, and rent is gone the minute it leaves your pocket.
Yeah.
Um, but then you should think about, how can I avoid it? And you have to compare the money you're going to spend for a loan to the rent that you are spending. And or well, at that time when I was younger,
Yeah.
um, uh, or I have even a better example. When I built our big shop and office building for our company, at that time, the place we had rented, I paid like 3,000 euros rent every month. That was a lot of money, and the 20-year loan that I got from the bank, I paid every month. I paid about 2,500 euros. Well, I'm not counting now principal. I'm not
Yeah.
counting the money
Yeah.
that I pay for the loan itself. It's just
Yeah.
interest and cost. And so in the long run, it's the better deal, because at the end of the day, when the loan is paid, you own a building
Yeah.
that is yours.
Yeah.
So, but these are all things that you have to consider, when you deal with money. And the younger you are, the better it is to get in touch with this. Yeah. But still, even when you are older, you kind of make well, in quotation marks, mistakes because you are afraid to lose money. Basically, I still remember when I sold a company to this investment company in the United States. They offered me to either cash. Well, I
Yeah.
wanted to have cash, good old German hardhead,
Cash.
you know. Well,
Yeah.
let's make it a cash deal, you know. So they said, Willie, why don't you take shares?
Yeah.
Because we are an investor and we don't invest money in companies that don't grow. So if you get shares, they will grow, definitely.
Yeah.
And you say, well, but this is the American way of thinking. You know, it's well, today in Germany, the thinking also changes, and we have a lot of companies that invest money in well, we have a lot of investors that invest money in companies, make them grow and resell. And at that time, um, when I was selling my company in Düren, it was a lot of money, and having that lot of money, well, at that time, to take shares as a price for the company, it was something that I had never done in my life before. I didn't have any experience, and
Yeah.
and if that company, if that investment company would go broke, all my shares would go through the chimney, you know, would
Yeah. Yeah.
gone. So I decided to take well, the big chunk of the money was shares, and only a small amount was well, the big chunk of the
Big
money
amount was
was
cash. Yeah.
cash, and only a small amount was shares. And after 4 or 5 years, I discovered that I have made a big mistake because
Yeah.
well, the company was actually growing by a factor 4 to 5,
Yeah.
and the shares, the value of the shares would be 4 times.
Yeah.
You see, this is something that you have to learn, but it also depends on the people you deal with.
Yeah.
If you are dealing with good investors and good people, you can trust them. But if not, there are a lot of companies and kind of crooks on this world. They
Yeah.
only want your money and they promise you like a interest of 20, 30, 40% per
Yeah.
year. And at the end of the day, they say, oh, shoot, you know, I mean, I didn't really count on that, but it's your money is gone.
Yeah.
And I just didn't want to get into this situation. So also this is something about learning how to manage money. You know, money is a well, at the end of the day in life, it all comes down to money, you know, to money and or price for a product. Sometimes products they look alike, but one product costs $100, another product costs $200. But if
Yeah.
you really dig it, and they look the same, you know,
Yeah.
but if you really dig into it, you're going to discover that the $200 product offers more value because it's a different material, it lasts longer, it's a better quality, and so um, this is the way it is in life. Or cars, you know. I mean, you can buy cars uh, made in one of the eastern countries. They look great because the paint is probably the same, you know. They look great. They cost like 18 or 20 thousand dollars, and if you buy a German car, it costs $40,000. But uh, there is a quality difference. So it all comes down to price.
Yeah.
And well, always the housing, the same thing. You know, I'm selling right now a piece of lawn here or a big lot, and a lot of people are interested because they want to buy a one family home,
Yeah.
and they have quotes from people that offer them to build a house. And
Yeah.
some companies they offer the conventional way, it's bricks and concrete, and other people they say, well, we have these prefabricated houses. We offer you to build them up in 3 days, and then you can move in. And
Yeah.
well, I mean, of course, there are good prefabricated houses. Yes, there are, but if you really check into it, there are, I mean, a good quality house is the same as you build a house the conventional way. So, again, it's the price and the quality. All comes down to what you get for your money.
Yeah.
So, but
How would you
today,
say your view on money changed considering when you were a kid, when you were collecting paper, when you're starting your career, when you were then creating your own company, and now when you're retired? How did your view on money evolve?
well, well, my the way that I look at money today
Yeah.
is totally different because when I was younger, I needed money,
Yeah.
and I was willing to do almost anything
Yeah.
to make money. I went through the States a couple of years. I went to Brazil. I built up a company in India. And why did I do that? Of course, it was a challenge. It was always a challenge. But um, a big factor that had an impact to these decisions. To go to Brazil, for instance, I doubled my income.
Yeah.
So that was a very big factor. So at that time, I I needed money because I want to have a house, I want to have a good car, I wanted to have this and that, what have you. Today, my working life is over. Today, I have the time to do podcasts with my
Yeah, there you
son.
go.
Um, uh, I tell you, when I was younger, I would have charged you for that.
Yeah.
Uh, anyway, so today I'm much more relaxed
Yeah.
because I have a house and well, a couple of more houses that we have rented, and we don't have any financial problems. We
Yeah.
are safe. And I hope it's going to stay that way. I mean, when I look at our politicians, I have my
Yeah.
doubts sometimes. But anyway,
Yeah.
if things go the way it's planned, um, I don't need to worry about money, and I don't need to make additional money.
Yeah.
Uh, I have learned one thing: people people that are getting older and they are making good money, or they have made already a lot of money and they have already more money that they can spend in their life, their focus changed from, or their focus changes
Yeah.
from money to power.
Yeah.
That's look at the politicians. People like Putin or Trump or whatever. I mean, they have all the money in the world. They can never spend that money that they have. What's
Yeah.
important for them is now
Yeah.
power, and how can I influence people? What how can I become more important? And you see, and this is something. um I don't know if these people are really happy. It's also people that have more money that they can spend. Well, I mean, you can eat only what you can eat, and
Yeah.
okay, a nice glass of champagne or a bottle of champagne, a good bottle of champagne costs about $50. Yes, there is also champagne that costs like $500 a bottle, but if I don't know if that's always worth it,
Yeah.
because I have tried a lot of champagne in my life, and I tell you, the $50 champagnes are pretty good,
Does the job as well,
So
yeah.
I mean the same with like I mean a good steak. If you have a good steak in the United States, you pay like 30 $40. Of course, you can go to this Japanese steakhouse and eat a very special Kobe beef steak that costs like $400.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I would probably choke, if
Yeah.
I have my first bite, So, um, well, it depends. You see, I don't have that drive anymore to make more money. However, what I have is a focus on how much money do I spend
Yeah.
for a product, for a service that I get. Is I mean, we just had an experience here in our house. Um, we decided not to clean our windows ourselves anymore.
Wow.
We're gonna have,
That took
yeah,
a
well,
while.
I tell you. So
Yeah.
we ordered a window cleaning service,
Yeah.
and they came in. It was like an older guy with three young kids, 16, 18 years old. And they went through that house here, they didn't really care about the carpets that we have. They had shoes, I mean,
Yeah.
oof. So they moved the curtains back and forth, and it took us out after they were gone. Well, the windows were really, I mean, it was such a poor performance.
Really?
And it took us like 5 hours, 5 hours to get the curtains back in shape, to get the carpets clean again, and it was just a bad experience. But they were damn cheap, They asked only for the
Yeah.
whole house like 110 euros. And okay, I called that agency I got these people from, and I said, I give you a second chance because I always like to give people a
Yeah.
second chance. And
Yeah.
I tell you what went wrong. And I said, well, I do not want to see these people again because of. And then I gave them the story. And I said, your second chance is now to send a professional window cleaner.
Yeah.
And a week later, a gentleman showed up here and he said, well, I have a window cleaning service, but before I do window cleaning, I always go to the people and I take a look at the windows because it's it's like a science, It's not just cleaning a window, I
Yeah.
have to know what materials your windows are of. It's not just the glass, but the frames and all that, and how big they are, and if they are divided or just one piece window. And and he asked so many questions, unbelievable, and he turned that window cleaning into a science.
Yeah.
And well, he asked double the price. And he said, well, we are only two people. We are professional window cleaners. And also the service that I'm doing now to go to the people and check a look at the windows first and so on. That all creates costs and it all has to be covered. So um, this is the price you're gonna have to pay if you want us to clean your windows. Okay, we gave them the order, and in about 2 weeks they're gonna be here and they're gonna clean the windows. And I hope they do a good job
Yeah.
because otherwise I probably have to clean the windows with your mom again. It's
Oh dear.
yeah.
Let's
Well,
hope
it's
not.
not.
Yeah.
Well, it's not fun.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
It really isn't.
yeah.
Yeah.
So As you see today, instead of making focus on making money, is more on what you get for it.
Yeah.
And because I always had to work to earn my money, I never ever had a situation that I got money for free.
Yeah.
Never ever.
Yeah.
And and I always had to do something. And except killing people, this is something
Yeah.
that I never did, you know.
Yeah.
So this is kind of the attitude that I have today. The money that I've earned in my life, when I spend it, I'm not tight, you know. I'm not tight, but
Yeah.
um, I look at prices twice. I look at products that or services that I buy before I place any orders, before I spend the money. So the attitude has changed a little bit.
Yeah. So how has the importance of money changed in your life?
Uh, well, the on a scale from 1 to 10,
Yeah.
I would say the importance um, has probably gone down from 10
Yeah.
at the early days,
Yeah.
from 10 to like 3 4,
Yeah.
in some cases maybe 5, because there are things in my life that are more important today, and
Yeah.
more important is quality of life, spending quality time with my family, with you and mom.
Yeah.
And you see, this is priceless. This is something that you cannot buy with money, you know. This is something that you get, and you get it even for free, you know. So
Yeah.
my focus is more on that, or having dinner. You know, next Saturday I'm gonna have a dinner with our good friends from Düsseldorf.
Oh yeah.
The
Nice.
let's call him uh, Dr. K,
Doctor K. Yeah.
and his wife. Um, uh, we both like Thai food, you know, and
Yeah.
we're gonna go there. You know the restaurant
Nice.
quite
Yeah.
well, and you see, this is
I might
something
come
that I
over.
would. Yeah, hey, come over. The food is good. You know
Yeah.
that. Remember that Pangasius
Yeah.
fish
Delicious.
fillet. You know, was just
Yeah.
out of this world. You see, these moments, a good talk with friends, and good food, and a good glass of wine, this is priceless. You know, priceless.
Yeah.
You see, in the early days when I traveled through the world, and I was chasing purchase orders, and you see the hotel, some fast food and or quick sandwich. It was just the focus was on how do I get this order? How can I make this money?
Yeah.
And also, of course, to get my bonus, to improve my life,
Sure.
to buy the house or to buy the new car or to do this and what have you. Today, this kind of thinking is is not there anymore, not at all. Today
Yeah.
is well, I have the money to not that much money, but I have enough money to afford a good life, a quality life, and today I appreciate much more good friends and good food,
Yeah.
because this is just this is just as I said before, you cannot buy that for money. You know, it's priceless. You know, you cannot buy it with money, and well, it's good that way. I mean, I think when you get older, uh, I think a lot of people start thinking like this, except of course people like Trump and Putin and
Yeah.
Mr. Buffett in the United States. He
Yeah.
turns now 90 and he's still
Probably.
sitting
Yeah.
in his office and making deals
Yeah.
and adding another $1 billion to his. But you see, this is uh, that many friends. The friends that he has, it's probably people that are also dealing with money, buying shares and
Yeah.
reselling and buying companies around. When you get stuck in this kind of life, I think it's difficult to get out of that. It's well, I must say, even when I was younger, of course, I even the wild time when I was chasing purchase orders and good deals and so on. But once in a while, I took time to have a good dinner, to have a
Yeah.
good dinner, and if not with a customer, then just all by myself.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's something that you have to do once in a while to appreciate your life. That that life it's not just about making money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Well,
I do so myself. Just
well,
sometimes
I
going
mean,
out by myself.
if you don't mind, when I monitor your life a little bit from far away,
Yeah.
I am very I am very impressed about um, the focus that you put on money, on your investments, on your career,
Yeah.
on your goals that you set. It's not all young men are thinking that way. You are probably one of I don't know what 10,000, and you still have a quality life.
Yeah.
You still enjoy life. You still appreciate good food and so. But to find that balance is what makes you happy.
Yeah. Yeah.
To find
Definitely.
that balance. I mean, I know that you are making money, that you are investing some money, that you are spending some money for things that you really appreciate,
Yeah.
and this is the way life should be.
Yeah. I think so
Yeah.
too. I
And
agree.
you are doing very well. I'm very proud, son.
Thank you.
And when I come to see you, I don't mind if you invite me to have a good steak Irish beef.
Oh yeah. Oh well. Definitely.
All right.
And a glass of wine.
Okay. And the glass of. Well, I don't know if the Irish have wine, do they?
Yeah, I mean, not Irish wine, but they can import.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. But they have good whiskey. They have good
Yeah,
whiskey. The
true.
Irish
I
whiskey is
mean, I
very
have to
good.
be honest. I tried whiskey here once with my friend. Um, yeah, I don't think I have the taste buds for it yet. They need to get a bit older, a bit wiser.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Well, uh, whiskey is a very special issue. I mean,
Yeah, yeah,
um, if I have and today I'm trying to stay away from this strong stuff, but
yeah,
the earlier days when I had a glass of whiskey or a glass of cognac, I mean it was a Scottish malt whiskey,
yeah,
very soft, but only one, not
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
craft
sure.
whiskey.
Yeah,
Well, I still remember one episode in a hotel in Bangalore in India, and my representative he loves malt whiskey,
yeah,
and we were sitting at the bar after we had visited that customer, and we got that big purchase order, and he wanted to celebrate, and he
yeah,
ordered a bottle of Glenfiddich
yeah,
malt whiskey.
yeah.
And you know what? I mean, I had like 5 or 6 whiskeys of that
Oh my
bottle, and
god.
I was almost dead. But he killed that bottle. He killed the rest of that bottle. Amazing. But this is something that you should not get used to.
Yeah.
No good. I mean, your liver is not going to appreciate.
No, for sure not.
All right. Okay.
That was a
Well,
great
Sam,
session.
yeah, it was a good session, and I was not really prepared, to this question. But
Yeah,
you see, the questions that you ask me when we do a podcast, they make me think.
yeah.
They make me
That's the
think,
goal.
and I will have hours to think about what I did as a younger man, what I should have done different, and so on. But I mean, at the end of the day, I'm very happy with how my life went, even
Yeah.
though I had my ups and my downs, and sometimes I had to make tough decisions. Believe me, it's. But anyway, when I look at my life today, it's just great. I have a beautiful wife, great. She is just a charm, it's
Yeah.
great. I have a great son doing very well. Talked me into making a podcast,
Yeah.
unbelievable. And anyway, so this podcast is three-quarter of an hour, but after that, it gives me probably another 5 hours just to think about
Yeah.
the subject.
Yeah, that's
It's
good.
great. It's great. All right. Then I would say thank you very much for the time you are taking, and it was a good subject.
Yeah.
Money, not
Very
bad,
interesting. Yeah.
and I'm looking forward to what you are thinking of next time. It's always a big surprise.
Of course.
But it's always fun. It's always fun. Good. So I would say have a great Sunday
And you.
afternoon and enjoy Dublin. And tonight go and have a good Guinness beer at one of
Yeah.
the beautiful pubs. I mean, the pubs in Dublin, they are supposed to be very nice,
Oh yeah, they are.
And
Definitely.
I mean, you know that I like Irish music,
Yeah.
and I'm really looking forward in 6 weeks when I go in one of these pubs, and listen to some of these live Irish music. It's just great. All
Yeah.
right. Okay. Sam, take care. Say hello to the rest of your gang, and I'm looking forward to talk to you next time.
So do I.
Take care. Bye bye.
Take care. See you then. Thank you everyone for listening to this episode. If you're interested in what my dad has to share next time, then make sure to tune in again next week. And if you have any questions that you want my dad to answer, then please feel free to send them to us. Hope to see you next week. Bye bye.